course, we don't want you to feel turfed out, and if there was anything that I could do, I would, but I'm afraid...
The rules are the rules.
Exactly. But I do know that you're eligible for 28 days respite care a year, and since you've only been in here 2...
I've already used it. My sister died of breast cancer in March, and I had to use up my entitlement to look after her.
You've had a lot on your plate.
Well, if I'd known I was going to need surgery myself, I could have budgeted for it, saved up some of my respite days. These things happen.
Well, is there anyone else you can call on?
Having an IHC kid? Well, he's not really a kid. He's twice my size now. It kind of puts people off.
Bit of a handful, eh?
Well, he's 15 with the mental age of a 5-year-old. As you can imagine, that's dressing, toileting, showering.
All things that you're going to find tough to handle post-op.
Look, it's not your concern. We'll find a way to cope. If you could just let me know the best form of pain relief...
Let's just tie-ho for a second.
Pardon?
I'm not making any promises, but let me see if there's a few strings that I can pull.
Happy reading?
I love a good piece of fiction, especially with a bit of comedy thrown in.
Oh, that bad.
So many holes you could drive a train through it. Riley has no idea how a hospital works.
It's scary considering how much clout she has.
Well, this won't mean squat. We can all rest easy.
I do happen to know that she's acquiring some help, so this probably won't be the final version.
Help?
By the name of Callum Mackay.
Callum, how do you know?
Do I have to answer that?
No, forget it. I shouldn't be surprised. He's been trying to slither his way into our good books for weeks.
Well, yes, he certainly has.
So, Callum's going to be making some of his own revisions.
I wouldn't be surprised, and since he's not your biggest fan, you probably wouldn't want him anywhere near it.
I know that 28 days is the limit, but surely there's some sort of emergency fund for this kind of situation. But I already told you she can't cope. Okay, thanks. How petty and measly and unfair is that? All she needs is some emergency respite, and what do you get? Sorry, can't help.
Is this Mrs. Fisher?
How can we swing this for her?
Well, what if we made her stay in the hospital? Then that way social services will have no choice but to extend her respite care.
True, and we could say that her recovery would be compromised by premature discharge.
Which wouldn't be a lie.
Exactly. Okay, I will find her surgeon and get him to sign her in for another night.
Small problem.
What?
Dr. Latimer's just gone on holiday.
Oh, damn.
And Justine's away.
Fine, I'll just have to take it upstairs.
You'll ask Chris.
Why not? No one should have to deal with this stuff on their own.
Good for you.
I'm putting the necessary amendments in place today. I can give you a progress report by end of business day tomorrow. Excellent. Okay, bye now. How can I help?
Just a little bit of curiosity, nothing major.
About what?
Why you've entrusted Callum Mackay with your report?
And that might be of concern to you. Why?
Well, I was under the obviously mistaken impression that this was an impartial assessment.
It is.
So, you take one of our own staff members on board. How does that compute?
Dr. Mackay has promised an impartial critique.
Of course he has. Until he gets to the PCC, and then he'll be feathering his own nest, left, right, and centre.
He's helping in a medical capacity, a strictly objective medical capacity.
He won't be able to resist.
What is it about Callum's input that so threatens you, Chris?
You are the one who should feel threatened. I would be seriously reconsidering my decision right now.
Well, thank you for your feedback, but it's really not necessary. Dr. Mackay is a professional.
A professional what? Don't say I didn't warn you. Effectively asking me to sign off a social admission.
I know it's not orthodox, and you know that it's not something I'd ordinarily bother you with. But please, all I'm asking is one more night.
I can't just overrule the surgeon's instructions.
I know.
Nor can I foot the bill for every hard luck story that waltzes in here.
Of course not. But discharging Mrs. Fisher would be a false economy. Would be putting her recovery at risk, and she might wind up back here.
But if her recovery has been textbook so far...
The kid is over 6 foot, and sometimes she has to restrain him so he doesn't hurt himself. Can you imagine dealing with that after you've had an operation?
Maya, I know what you're saying, of course I do, and I wish I could help. But this is not a time to be bending the rules, especially with Riley picking the place apart.
So we have to chuck all our compassion out the window while Riley's here, do we?
You know that's not what I mean.
Well, then I'm just going to have to sit here till we can figure something out.
Welcome back, Maya Jeffries. We've missed your old spark.
So can we get creative here? Come on, Chris, one night, give her a break.
Well, we certainly can't send Mrs. Fisher home if she has ongoing pain management issues. If she is obviously in great discomfort, then I would suggest you need to monitor until tomorrow morning at least.
Okay, close monitoring it is. Shanti, 2 things.
Yes?
Get Mrs. Fisher settled in for another night.
Oh, wait.
And help her sort her respite care forms.
You did it.
So let's milk it.
You are a star. Oh, I meant to tell you, Jay's daycare just phoned.
Oh, what about?
He's not well. He's coughing, got a runny nose. They need you to go and pick him up. Apparently, it's their policy to send children home if they show any signs of illness.
Okay, thanks. Oh, Towns.
Yeah.
Do you still have the afternoon off?
Yeah, I'm just clocking off now.
Perfect. Jay needs to be picked up from daycare.
Sorry, no can do. Kip and I are driving out to the hot pools.
Oh, can't you cancel?
Oh, Kip's booked us a private spa and everything.
Jay's got a runny nose.
I'm sorry, Maya. You're going to have to wear this one.
I must say, I was delighted to get your call.
Makes a change from everyone calling me.
There are a lot of muckrakers out there.
And they all seem to have my number.
I can assure you, our program takes its journalism very seriously, as you'll see reflected in our offer.
Yeah, you said a contract.
And a new price tag for you to consider?
100k. Yesterday it was 75.
Yesterday we didn't have international interest in this story, and if you read just a little closer, you'll see we've altered the concept just a little.
Meaning what?
The interview will be with both you and your partner.
Craig?
He's your partner, isn't he?
Yeah, but he won't want to put his mug on TV. He hates me even talking to the media.
You might have a little bit of sweet talking to do then.
Hit a brick wall, you mean? Like solid, reinforced, no way brick.
But surely he wants to be seen by your side and show his support.
Not on TV, and anyway, it's not about him.
But he was involved in the story, though. This is the man who rushed to save you from a serial killer, the man who has stood by you through thick and thin, the man who...
Craig's not a trumpet blower.
Well, maybe you need to convince him otherwise, because this depends on his involvement.
Here, look. Hungry, here's some of this. If you're tired, go to sleep. What is it? You're driving me insane. You want to be held? Is that it, huh? Stop crying, please. Mummy has to pop out for a minute, okay? But I won't be long. Good boy.
Waiting room TV. That's your hot new idea.
Oh, one way of catching up on the soaps, I suppose.
No, it plays health-related video clips on a 10-hour loop or something.
Oh, not Oprah or infomercials.
Hey, we've got hundreds of pamphlets sitting around the place, so why not stick the information on screen?
That might just fly, you know.
Good. So why don't I write up a proposal?
Do. Who knows what stars are going to shine on the PCC in the future?
Or Riley might bag us out in her report and we can all watch the soaps at home in the doll queue.
Oh, ye of little faith. Change is afoot, yes, but if my sources are correct, then we will be looked upon quite favourably. It is a time to reap.
Changes, like what?
Loose lips sink ships, TK.
I hope Chris will be okay.
So do I.
It just felt totally weird filling out that executive assessment thing like they were egging us on, you know. Go on, knock on your boss, rate him out.
Well, it's just a chance for us to be honest.
More power to him, I say. Chris does a good job.
Fingers crossed Riley actually listens to what us little people have to say.
Yeah, she only wants what's best for the hospital, remember that.
You know more than you're letting on, don't you?
Let's just say that Riley and I have swapped ideas and information from time to time.
I'm with you on this one. Chris does a good job, he gets my vote.
Here, here.
Well, you both get 10 points for loyalty.
Knock, knock. Soy chai latte?
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Anything I can help with?
Impartial, how would you define that?
Neutral, unbiased.
Exactly. You think it'd be an easy thing to read a report with a dispassionate eye, but no. Not if your name's Callum Mackay.
You trusted Callum with your report?
Only to find out that his objective suggestions are pro his own agenda, anti everybody else.
Right.
What? Spit it out.
Well, I can't help but think that's what you get when you choose a silver-tongued devil.
I chose Callum as a non-partisan professional.
You also chose a crafty, self-serving ego tripper.
Fine. I'll get an independent consultant. Iron out the medical kinks in my report. Get the damn thing signed off.
Like who?
I got some options.
What, someone from here or an outsider?
Depends on who I can get at this short notice.
Fellas?
In here.
On the front doorstep. What a cheek of it.
Well, they can all sod off because I reckon I'm going to do the exclusive with NZ today. I met the producer.
Alice.
They are willing to cough up $100,000 if you do it with me.
What?
I can show you the contract and everything.
No. I'll back you if you're 100% sure this is what you want. That's as far as it goes.
This is what I want with you.
No, there's no way I'm putting myself on show.
It's not about putting yourself on show, Craig. Don't you get it? I just want all this over with. It's like therapy, once and for all. Tell the world, get it done with.
You don't need to sell yourself.
Do you know what it's like being me, Craig? Like I've got this big V stamped on my forehead, like everybody sees victim. Poor Alice, the poor victim. I don't want to live like that anymore. I just want it out there and then gone. And if we can milk it and make some cash at the same time, then why not? And then I want us, the two of us, three of us, to grab the money and run far away.
Where?
Anywhere. Get out of this hole, start over.
You're kidding.
I've never been more serious. So what do you think?
Just rename that one the X-rated hydroslide, the Wedgie Express.
That was so funny. Your dogs are completely up your crap. Oh, hey little dude. What's up? Maya! Oh, you're hot, baby. Look at him, he's super.
Yeah, it's a bit toasty.
Maya!
I'll grab her.
Oh, you darling. Let's cool you down a bit, eh? Button, you're feeling so crook, huh?
Is no one home?
What?
She's not here. She must have, I don't know, walked out.
But he's sick. You don't just walk out on a sick baby.
Or you don't walk out on a baby, full stop.
What the hell's going on?
Shortland Street's back tomorrow at 11:45, but this afternoon, learn to sparkle through the season with party makeup for all ages on 4 Live.